Sometimes I wonder, my friend, what's going to be happening. I don't worry about the government. I don't worry about FEMA. I don't worry about any of those guys, alright? Because I know that they are all part of Satan's army. Whether people want to agree or not, whether people choose to wake up out of their little brainwashed mindset they were forced to go into when they were in school, whether they choose to wake up from that or not is on them. But it is my job to warn you, yes you, right now looking at the screen, it's my job in Jesus' name to warn you about what's coming. That is my purpose here. It's my job to warn you that the New World Order is real. And it's also my job to make you aware of the times that we are living in. Okay? I know you don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to think about the shit that I think about. Alright? But the dreams that I have are just proving all this stuff to be more and more closer than we think it is. Alright? I'm not going to get into detail about the dream I had last night because it's very vivid. And if I was to explain it to you in words, I know you wouldn't understand. I'm just going to say this much. I dreamed that I was on their side. Okay? I dreamed that I was one of them. I don't know why, but I dreamed it. And I felt what they feel. Okay? The people that work for them don't just work for them and get paid. The people that work for them out of fear. At least that's how I was in this dream. Every second of the day that you work. As I was dreaming, I was driving some kind of truck. Some kind of truck with people in the back, a FEMA truck or one of those guillotine trucks that I've been seeing on the internet. In my dream I was driving this and I wasn't scared, but I was cautious every step of the way. I was constantly cautious if they were going to try and kill me or not. Not only the people that I was carrying, but the government themselves. It's like the system that I was working for was still my enemy. Even though I was working for them in my dream. And on their side, crazy enough, I still felt like they were the enemy. Okay, so the people that are working for the government, I don't think that they're working for them for their paycheck. If they was to quit their job or to say that they don't want to be in it anymore, I think that they could be killed. Last night, that's the way that I felt. I felt as if I was to give up my job, I'll say, or to not want to work with the system anymore, I could be killed. Alright, obviously this dream that I had took place after the beginning of martial law and all that kind of stuff. It's already begun in some parts of the country, but you won't hear about it unless you do your own research. The news ain't going to believe you. The news, don't ever believe the news. Anything the news tells you is either twisted around or is a complete lie. They get paid billions of dollars to distract you from the truth. However, this dream that I had was very realistic. I dreamed that I was on their side, and yet they were still the enemy. Don't fear the system, my friends. Don't fear the government. Don't fear anything. Because, my friend, whoever you are watching this, the government, and really anything related to the government, I believe, is part of Satan's army. I could be wrong. I'm not perfect. But if the law arrests you simply for being homeless, like they are all around the United States as we speak, that's Satan. Okay? Jesus himself was a homeless man. He walked the earth. He didn't just sit in the house all day and watch TV like people do nowadays. Okay? It's basically illegal to be homeless now. Strangely enough. If you don't have a house to go to, you're a terrorist. You tell me what kind of fucking freedom that is. I'm just letting you guys know. These times that we're living in, I'm letting you know that the times that we live in are the days of evil. A lot of people, if you tell this to them, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Not because you are crazy, but because they don't understand what you're talking about. That's how it is here in America. 90% of the society that you're around is brainwashed. So when you start speaking of things that they don't understand, right away, you're anti-government. You're crazy. Because they don't know what else to do besides stick a label on you. And I don't want to say it's their fault. It's because of the system that they were brought up in. They were forced to go to school when they were little, and they didn't want to go, obviously. Nobody does. I fucking hated it. But school is like brainwash. They control your mind from a young age. They tell you when to eat. They tell you when to shit. They tell you when to do this. You're not allowed to speak. That's not free, buddy. When you're young, you're in your formation years. You don't know anything about this world. You have no clue of what things are supposed to be like. So when you have a teacher telling you what to do and you're only 5 years old, you're going to look up to that teacher and you're going to think that she knows more than you. Alright? But really, you shouldn't look up to them. You shouldn't look up to them because they're trying to fill your mind with indoctrination. Don't ever believe the history books. Don't ever believe anything about the Civil War or World War I or anything like that because you didn't live to see it. None of your ancestors lived to see it. Okay? Don't believe it. Don't believe what they told you. I doubt very much it's true. If all the other bullshit they try and teach you is false, why would that be? And then they want to try and flood your mind with evolution to distract you from Jesus. The system is what they want to do is they want to put you like in a corporate mindset from a young age. They want to basically condition you to the system. They want to condition you to accept the standards of the system. Like you go to work every day, you do whatever your boss tells you, you kiss his ass for a paycheck, and then you give half your fucking paycheck away from the government for taxes. And then whatever little money you get left, you got to pay bills with. That's what they teach you, and that's the mindset that they put you in from a young age. And that is not how life is supposed to be. That is not how God intended for people to live. It says in the Bible, if you buy, act as though you bought not. And here, the system is teaching you to spend money every single day on pointless shit. You shouldn't have to pay. You shouldn't have to pay to drive a car, and you shouldn't have to pay to live in a house. Okay? I understand paying for gas, and I understand paying a certain amount of money for the car. But to have to pay every single month or year, whatever it is, to insurance companies, to have a license plate, and then to have a license to fucking drive. I think that's insane. Okay, I think that is absolutely insane. Because before 1980, you didn't need any of this shit. Before 1980, you bought your car for whatever money it was. It was a lot cheaper. You get a brand new fucking truck back then. It was made right. It was made out of metal for less than $6,000. Today, a plastic car costs like what, $20,000, $25,000? And the car's all plastic. The first time you bump into something, that's it. And then you got to pay for money. You got to pay for insurance on top of that. You got to have all this shit. It shouldn't be that way. And the system basically conditions you to accepting that from a young age. You know, they say education. Well, now they made it where you can't even get a fucking job unless you're conditioned to this. That's really what it comes down to. If you don't have a high school diploma, they can't prove that you are conditioned to the new standard system. They can't prove that you are under their brainwash techniques. That's why they give you tests. They want to test you to make sure that you believe their indoctrination. And then they want to grade you on it. I want you to think about that and see how evil that is. Just the way it is. And the system, every couple years they're constantly adding more and more shit to their curriculum. Every year they're adding more stuff, and they're always changing rules around. It's sick, man. It's really sick. I myself, I don't have a high school diploma, and I'm glad. I don't want one. I don't want a piece of paper proving that I'm conditioned to society. That's all a high school diploma is. Really. It is a piece of paper stating that you're conditioned. Stating that you believe all the lies and that you pass their tests. I don't want to pass their tests. I'm not here for them. I'm not here to serve in their system. Basically, it's all going to be over soon, my friend. It's all going to be over. Just give it a little more time. This evil system that's all around us can't last for much longer. We were all forced to go to school as we were kids. We were all forced to basically go under their mind control and to be filled with their evil lies. And if we didn't, our parents would go to jail and me and you would be thrown in a foster home when we were kids. That tells you how nice and humane this system really is. Don't believe their lies, buddy, and don't ever believe a word the government tells you. Remember, you're not here to serve in their system. You are here to serve Jesus.